These phones aren't about value. Big, bold, beautiful beasts. Gadgets which push the envelope with price tags to match, pitting two of the world's top manufacturers against each other, comparing two very different flavors of power user hardware. This is gonna be fun. I'm Juan Bagnell for Pocket Now, and it's time for a showdown. Huawei Mate 10 Pro versus Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Kicking things off with design, Samsung has been a consistent favorite this year, adopting a taller form factor, thin bezels against hard rectangular corners. Samsung has won most of our design fights in 2017. But not today. Huawei has dramatically cleaned up its act. The Mate 10 delivers a wonderful blend of familiar accents with a shiny new backplate, and against Samsung, Huawei delivers the more symmetrical handset. You gotta love that fingerprint scanner position. But switching to the tech inside, few companies can face the onslaught of hardware crammed inside the Note, an everything in the kitchen sink approach to building a phone. Both devices have top-tier internals and enhanced water resistance. Samsung just has more stuff. Wireless charging, iris scanning security, upgradable storage, and of course, the mighty S Pen. Huawei fights back with dual SIM card support, stereo speakers, and the niche favorite IR blaster, but Sammy just plain packs more in with fewer hardware omissions. Display size and resolution just reinforce that debate. There's nothing wrong with rocking a 1080p screen. It's more than adequate to get you through your day, so much so that Samsung ships their phones downscaled to 1080p out of the box. Both are rocking juicy AMOLEDs, sporting that fantastic contrast ratio, and very good outdoor readability. When you need more dots though, like say you're firing up a VR headset, Samsung has that Quad HD panel at the ready. These two companies aggressively customize their hardware, and that philosophy extends to the software running on each device. Neither would ever be confused with stock Android. Huawei's EMUI has evolved nicely over the last year, providing some great under-the-hood performance and optimization, but the design is still a bit rough around the edges. Samsung's aesthetic manages to land closer to stock Android, but on top of those more familiar elements, the Note also tacks on two additional customizable interfaces: edge controls for one-thumb interactions and the S Pen Air menu for stylus control. Anticipating three distinctly different usage methods. It's flexible, but that means there's more stuff running on your phone at any given time. And we do have to give the Mate props for arriving with Android Oreo out of the box. Samsung not known for delivering the fastest updates, even on pricey devices. Both phones are top-tier performers. Comparable raw power between the Kirin 970 and Qualcomm 835 when looking at benchmarks, though in my experience, Huawei manages to age better over time. Marketing, machine learning, optimization, and better garbage collection. After using the Mate 9 nearly every day since its launch, we're inclined to believe those marketing claims, and I'm already experiencing the occasional concerning twitch or stutter on my Note that I might need to wipe it out soon and just restart fresh. One of the more nuanced aspects of this comparison, both phones sporting dual cameras on the back, but the philosophy behind those cameras could not be more different. Samsung opting for their first standard lens plus zoom option, Huawei further evolving the Leica matched lenses with color and monochrome sensors. Sammy delivers the better all-rounder in our tests: lightning-fast autofocus, smoother video, and crowd-pleasing color saturation. Huawei's solution, by contrast, is the better specialist camera, the more photographic solution, and with a more camera-like layout for controls and settings. The Mate 10's matched sensors can deliver some significant benefits for the fun features we all demand on flagships now. Portrait mode, for example. Huawei doesn't crop in the photo, and the effect can be applied from a broader range of distances. Samsung followed Apple's lead here, using the smaller zoom sensor with the smaller aperture, which is pretty terrible at soaking up light when indoors or at night. Huawei has no problems using these software blurring features in any lighting conditions where the cameras would work normally. The audio conversation is also something of a split decision. We certainly appreciate the dual speaker setup on the Mate over the mono bottom firing speaker on the Note. but the Note easily wins for headphones. Huawei is playing the dongle game, and Samsung's built-in jack produces higher quality output. Not to mention, Samsung includes a better set of earbuds in the box. The battery comparison, though, is an easy win for Huawei. We don't fault Samsung for staying conservative with the capacity and fast charging on this year's Note, but the Mate packs a bigger power pack, and this year's Kirin is more power efficient than last year's. You'll just plain get more runtime on the Mate, and Huawei charges faster when plugged in. Samsung's wireless charging is an excellent convenience feature, and we wish the Mate included it. But when you only have a couple minutes to top off, Huawei's supercharger will deliver significantly more runtime per minute plugged in. So let's wrap this up. Where's that leave us between the Huawei Mate 10 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy Note 8? We're missing one key point in comparing these phones in the United States, and that's the price. The Note is the more feature-complete device, but we're not entirely sure how to judge those extra features against any disparity in cost. Is an S Pen worth a $100 premium? Might the price gap be even wider? Looking at European markets, Samsung still lists the Note 8 unlocked for €999 against the €799 Mate 10 Pro. That's a pretty significant margin, but it's also not that difficult to shop a little online and find closer prices. That puts Huawei in a more difficult position for a recommendation. Even when prices are closer, I still believe there is an audience for the Mate 10 Pro, but it makes the Huawei more of a niche player rather than the terrific value all-rounder which was last year's Mate 9. Now we're all waiting to see what price tag this phone arrives with when it finally lands in North America. And which phone would win your cash? Drop us a comment down below. Let's chat. As always, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more comparisons like these and help us out with a share on your favorite social networks. For Pocket Now, I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell, some gadget guy on Twitter and Instagram, and I will catch you all on the next video.